country.
So my last question for this segment, and this is a broad question. Is there a distrust? And this is a very broad question. I'm making a huge generalization, so please bear with me. Is there a distrust of Muslims in the Indian establishment? Because if you look at the record, for example, the Special Protection Group, I think it's called the SPG, that's right, the Special Protections Group, which is supposed to guard the Prime Minister of India and his or her family, does not have a single Muslim or a Sikh. This is a fact. Is that just a coincidence?
I don't think so. I don't think there is any such restriction. I was only seeing someone becoming the head of the army just now.
Sure.
And there have been chief justices in India. Anything of that kind, does it happen in Pakistan? Wajahat, if you permit me, on that score,
that's apples and oranges.
India's record is unblemished. So far as we are concerned, right from the Chief Justice of India to the President of India to now the Army General of India, if there had been this kind of distrust, these things would not have taken place.
So the SPG, the no Muslims or Sikhs in the SPG is just a coincidence, I'm assuming?
I don't know. I don't know whether it's true or not.
Okay, well, let's take a short break here, Advani ji. We have to take a short break here. We're talking to LK Advani. You're watching TalkBack. Do not go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to TalkBack. We are with the one and only LK Advani. Advani Saab, you were born in Pakistan, but you are supposed to be a hawk on Pakistan. How do you reconcile that? How does that work out?
I think this supposition I was able to dispel when I visited Pakistan 2 years back. And by and large today, I have found that Pakistanis who meet me, whether they come here or when recently the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference took place here, and many Pakistanis who met me, they seem to appreciate by and large that, that the image that they had about me was not quite fair, correct?
It's said, I was reading an interview of yours, images are images. Images are made by the media, by people, by detractors, critics, etc. Images aren't as important, perhaps, as comments. And I was reading your comments in an interview recently you gave to an Indian channel, in which the question was, Mr. Advani, are you comfortable with the idea of Pakistan? And you very aptly came back and said, yes, Pakistan is a sovereign entity, India is a sovereign entity, history has been made, let's get it on, let's move on. You said that, which makes perfect sense. But you also said, very interestingly, that a rising, democratic, economically independent, free, growing India makes Pakistan uncomfortable. Why would a big, growing India, a rising India, a shining India, a democratic India make Pakistan uncomfortable? What sort of logic is that?
The logic is, this is, when I said this, I had in mind the normal logic given that unless Kashmir is solved, India-Pakistan relations cannot be cordial. I have never subscribed to that view. And I have often said that Jammu Kashmir acceded to India as was required. And it could have acceded to Pakistan, it could have acceded to India, but they acceded to India. And if the issue became a kind of a disputed issue, it was only because of invasion by Pakistan. Because in the name of tribals, there was an attack on India. That's all. And instead of the issue being aggression made in Kashmir, the issue became that Pakistan is Kashmir is a disputed territory. Now, I said it to General Musharraf also when I met him. I said, now, for nearly 50 years, the two countries have taken diametrically opposite stands on this issue. You can't sort them out in 2 days meeting, 3 days meeting. It will take a long time. And therefore, the approach needs to be that irrespective of the time it takes to sort out any dispute, there'll be no recourse to arms by the two countries to sort out any issue. I conceive that there would be a time when, decades hence, both the countries would feel that Pakistan, that partition has not solved matters. Why not come together in some form of confederation or something like that?
Do you think a day will come like that?
A day will come.
You think so?
I think so.
But then how does
But
it
it
help?
would be confederation of two sovereign countries
Right.
by mutual agreement.
Okay, but then how does it help when you say that a shining, rising, democratic, free India makes Pakistan uncomfortable? Because wouldn't
Yes,
Pakistan
yes,
want
yes,
to
yes.
learn? Because a lot of people in Pakistan want to learn from the Indian
Yes,
example.
yes.
There's a school of thought in
It's a good
Pakistan
thing.
which says, hey, look at the Indians, they're doing well.
It's a good thing.
But why would you say it would make Pakistanis uncomfortable, sir?
It is making uncomfortable to some extent. Otherwise, there is no reason why keep on harping on the differences. And I am not talking of the people as such, but of more of the governments in office.
Okay. Well, your trip to Pakistan, you've mentioned that a couple of times. Let's talk about that. Furor was made for your remarks, and for the sake of our viewers, let me read the remarks you wrote. You visited his mazar in Karachi, and you said that his Constituent Assembly speech of August 1147 is a classic and forceful espousal of a secular state in which every citizen would be free to follow his own religion. The state shall make no distinction between the citizens on the grounds of faith. My respectful homage to this great man. These words got you into trouble back home. So, do you still stick by your words?
I stand by them. I've written it even in my book, just published.
Right, but the question then is, if you really stick by your words, as soon as you came back, there was this whole scandal, you resigned, then the BJP asked you to get back together with them, you came back, you rescinded your resignation, but the bottom line is that there was a resolution passed by your party, and it went along soon after your resignation, at which point you joined the party again. And it said that Pakistan, the state Jinnah founded, is a theocratic and non-secular state. There can be no visiting the reality that Jinnah led a communal agitation to achieve his goal of Pakistan, which devoured thousands of innocent people in its wake and dispossessed millions. This is a resolution which was tabled and passed by the BJP. Everybody in the BJP approved it. So the question is, right, so the question is that here is Advani saying Jinnah is secular and he's standing by his rules. And here's the BJP and to some extent the RSS as well, which made noises. So are you and your party on different ends and different means when it comes to Jinnah?
No. Even the comments I made about Jinnah at the mausoleum, or the next day elaborated them at a meeting of the council, Foreign Karachi Council. They referred to the 11th August speech. And the 11th August speech is an espousal of secular state. And I said, if this concept of a secular state is accepted by India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, it would be good for the whole.
So you're just referring to the speech?
Yes.
Not the man?
Because the man, after all, the history is long.
But the man made the speech, sir?
Yes, yes. And yet he was, that speech went into the, it was pushed beneath the carpet. I have seen even the Supreme Court arguing about the whole speech and certain sections saying, no, this is not what Pakistan is.
But sir, when you say that his speech is secular, aren't you effectively saying that he is secular too?
That's a different, he was basically a secular person.
Okay.
But what he did towards the end of his life was the creation of Pakistan, the direct action call and all those things, that was there, no doubt about it.
But sir, is just this, the harsh way this resolution makes it
That's
sound
the
like?
resolution of the party.
Okay, you don't have anything to do with that?
No, I can't say I have nothing to do with that. But it's a narration of facts, which they did. But so far as I am concerned, whatever I said and did in Pakistan, because my approach was to bring about harmony between India and Pakistan. That approach is still there today. I would like to do it. You may disagree with certain things of Gandhi, but you don't